chew sticks are still used in some parts of the world. Many African tribes frayed twigs only from a certain tree, whatever it is, the Salvador persica, or toothbrush tree. And the American Dental Association discovered that frayed sticks often serve as toothbrushes for people living in remote areas of the United States. In the South, they're known as twig brushes. And that last sentence there, you can read all this when you get home. Traders to the Orient introduced the Chinese toothbrush to Europeans, who found hog bristles too irritatingly firm. See? But the toothbrush was found in ancient Egypt in 3000 BC. Now look at toothpaste in 2000 BC. The first toothpaste mentioned in recorded history was devised by European physicians about 4,000 years ago. Highly abrasive and puckeringly pungent. It was made from powdered pumice stone and strong wine vinegar and brushed on with a chew stick. By modern standards, it was considerably more palatable than early Roman toothpaste, made from what? Human urine. Think about that.
Human urine.
Human urine. Which
could you reiterate that? Reiterate that.
Okay. By modern standards, it is considerably more palatable than early Roman toothpaste, made from human urine, which in fluid form served also as a mouthwash. Can you imagine washing your mouth out with urine? Sure.
With piss.
First century Roman physicians maintained that brushing with urine whitened teeth and fixed them more firmly in the sockets. Upper class Roman women paid dearly for Portuguese urine, the most highly prized, since it was alleged to be the strongest on the continent. Dental historians believe that may have been true, but only because the liquid came by land all the way from Portugal. Urine, as an active component in toothpaste and mouthwashes, continued to be used into the 18th century. What early dentists were unwittingly making use of was urine's cleansing molecules, ammonia molecules, which would later be used in modern dental paste. With the fall of the Roman Empire, dental skills and hygiene rapidly deteriorated in Europe. Okay, now turn to the next page. See stuff that they never tell you.
It ain't gonna tell you that.
Turn to the next page. Something bowling. Black people like bowling. We think this is something created by Europeans. Bowling. In 5200 BC, bowling. The origin of this sport can be traced to items found in the tomb of an Egyptian child who was buried around 5200 BC. The game was played by setting up 9 vertical stone shafts as pins and rolling a round stone ball to topple them. The ball first had to roll under an archway constructed of 3 pieces of carved marble. A noisy game, and undoubtedly subject to frequent equipment changes because of breaking stones, it nonetheless remained the model for many games that followed. That's bowling. But that was in 5200. Now look at gambling. Talk about building a casino here. We're talking about next year. 3500 BC in Egypt. Games of chance date back at least to ancient Egypt, where paintings in tombs and on pottery have provided archaeologists with copious evidence for the existence of the first what?
Casino.
Gambling casinos. See, never told us that. We always believe gambling started here in America. I don't know, maybe gangsters back in the 20s. See, never tell us that. We create this whole concept of casinos and gambling and whatever.
Understood.
Yeah. Look at that, marbles in 3000 BC. Where it comes down, where it says, it is clearly displayed that many games played today were enjoyed by children 500 years ago. And several of those games, one being marbles, were part of the daily play of Egyptian children 4,500 years later. We come down. Archaeologists have deduced the transformation from religious article to toy based in part on where ancient marbles were unearthed among the ruins of a temple or in a child's tomb. Thus, the oldest game marbles are taken to be a set of rounded, semi-precious stones buried with an Egyptian child around 3000 BC in a grave site in the Ghana. Talking about marbles. Okay, turn to the next page. Clocks. See? Talking about concept of time. 3500 BC in ancient Egypt. The earliest device constructed for indicating time is thought to be a vertical clock whose shadow gave a rough estimate of the sun's progression. It was used by the Egyptians about 3500 BC and was a crude forerunner of the more accurate sundial. The sundial also originated in Egypt at the start of the 8th century BC and was the first precision timekeeping device. Then you come down here where it talks about water clocks. Water clocks were derived in early Egyptian civilization as an ingenious means of measuring time at night or on days when clouds obscured the sun. See, the first ones dating to about 1400 BC were bucket-shaped vessels from which water dripped through a tiny hole near the bottom. Changing levels on the scored inner surface of the water clock marked the passage of hourly intervals. That's how you come up with hour that passed, 2 hours that passed. See, they created all that. Look at masonry. Masonry in 4000. Like I told you, the pyramids were built between like 2700 down to 2200. That was considered the pyramid age. You know, building with the first pyramid, Pharaoh Dozier, whose architect was Imhotep. The brick, produced in a sun-dried form by the Egyptians at least 6,000 years ago, were one of man's first major building materials. It is conceivable, archaeologists believe, that the first bricks were made by accident, formed of mud, deposited by the Nile River, or of silt. When the slosh hardening, it cracked and formed a solid